Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hot Takes. Hot Takes is a weekly show where I give you guys a platform to voice your opinion after a Real Madrid or Barcelona game is done. And since these two teams had a Champions League recently, this episode is going to be a Champions League quarter-final edition. If you want to voice your opinions, follow my Instagram. I do a poll there weekly and you guys can participate in the weekly shows. Let's not waste any time. Subscribe if you're new to the channel and let's get right to it. First hot take is that we are both okay, that kind of made me laugh. As a first hot take, I mean that's a very bold hot take, not really far from the truth. Maybe Madrid more than Barcelona these days, but I do kinda agree. In the Champions League, I don't think after watching every single game and every single team in Europe, the PSGs, the goddamn Arsenals, the Bayern Munichs, I think our chances, both Real Madrid and Barcelona, are very slim this year, and I said it before and I'll say it again. Second hot take, both teams to come back from their specific games. Now this is a very big hot take. Okay, let's start with Real Madrid first. I think Real Madrid has a bigger chance than Barcelona. I think Barcelona fans would agree with me as well. I'm a Real Madrid fan, obviously. I'm not being biased at all. But Real Madrid has this heritage in the Champions League where they usually come back harder than ever. But considering that it's going to be in Bayern Munich Stadium, and Bayern Munich is so strong and so powerful this year that they are looking unstoppable. Especially with Olise, best winger in the world, you currently could say. You have Harry Kane, best striker in the world. One of the best strikers in the world alongside Mbappe. And you have a team at Bayern Munich so dedicated, so strong that they could destroy us maybe by 2-3-0 if they wanted, man. Barcelona, it's a bit different. They lost 2-0 at their home stadium. I mean, they have less of a chance than Real Madrid if you really think about it. But at the same time, they are facing Simeone. And Simeone always fumbles in the second leg. It is very known. And Simeone is probably going to park the bus. And Hansi Flick loves teams that park the bus against him. I think the usage of Cancelo is going to be very used in that game. I think a lot of the players going to have that passion to do a comeback. I mean, they were down by 4-0 in the Copa del Rey in the first leg. And in the second leg, they scored 3 goals, making it 3-0, but it was in Camp Nou, so keep that in mind. But that's beside the case. It's going to be hard for Barcelona, but not impossible. Third hot take, what if refs were honest in their decisions? Now I am guessing this is about more of Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid quarter-final game, and yeah, I mean, I wish the referee were more honest. I think Barcelona would have genuinely made a comeback in that game, if not tie the game at minimum in that game, especially that one scenario where Atletico Madrid's defender touched the ball after the goalkeeper played it, and he touched the ball with his hands and then gave it to the other defender. I think it's just a shameful, absolute shameful that the referees didn't even check the VAR, and this is coming from a Real Madrid fan. They didn't even look at the VAR and they just put it under the rug like it was genuinely nothing. I think Barcelona got robbed there. They had the chance to get a penalty and make it 1-1, but none of that happened. Fourth hot take, Lamine was by far the best player on the pitch versus Atletico rather than the referee. Oh, that's a cute shot right there. But Lamine Yamal being the best player on the pitch, absolutely. Not only in this game, but in the previous game where they played against Atletico in the league game as well. I cannot believe that Lamine Yamal overtopped that performance from the league game and made a better performance here. But the fact that they won in that game in the league, but they couldn't win this one, is genuinely disgraceful. A one-man army Lamine Yamal was moving on that pitch, but they still lose 2-0, man. I think Lamine Yamal and the passion he brings at that age, I mean, the future that he has ahead of him is just unbelievable. I don't want to give him any evil eye or any jinx it or anything, but he has such a career in front of him. I just hope Barcelona gives him the right players around him, the right players with the same passion, with good enough skills to carry this team to a Champions League win, man. And this is even coming from a Real Madrid fan, right? Sixth hot take, ladies and gentlemen. Ferran Torres is the worst player to play in this Champions League Leg 1. I don't know if a Barcelona fan is being emotional here or not. This is the hate they have against Ferran Torres, but I don't think he was the worst player out of the 4 matches in the quarterfinal that happened in Leg 1. I think it's a bit too much of a stretch. He didn't really miss any chances. He didn't even create any chances. He was just ghosting in this game. Seventh hot take. None of them will win the Champions League next year. Now, I don't understand why you said next year. It's like you're already predicting the year after this year. This year is still even over yet. But I said it at the start of the season. I'll keep saying it again. Real Madrid is not winning the Champions League. Barcelona is not winning the Champions League. We need good defenders, and with this type of defending that we are doing currently, we are definitely not the favorites to win the Champions League. Look at PSG, look at Bayern Munich, look at Arsenal, for the love of God. Seventh hot take, Bastone's signing won't work. Now this is obviously for Barcelona. Again, Bastone's signing won't work. Is this a hot take or a stupid take, for the love of God? This is the dumbest take I've ever heard. After this game that happened against Atletico Madrid, if you're a Barcelona fan and you looked at that game and you thought to yourself, nope, our defense is perfectly fine for us to win a Champions League, then you're goddamn delusional. You shouldn't wear a Barcelona kit ever again in your entire life. This is the game where it was the most obvious where you needed a player like Bastone. If Barcelona somehow does not bring a center back, let alone Bastone, right? I think you're being delusional. Center back, striker, same thing with Real Madrid. We need defenders. Defense wins you the big major titles. I've been saying this. Next hot take. It was not a red card. Kubarsi didn't even tackle. He just wanted to go from left to right. Trust. What? I trust you. Let's send this to the referees. I mean, come on. The rule book says, I'll go with the rule book. The rule book says, if they're the last two players, right? They were the last two players. The player got tackled, then he gets a red card. They were the last two players. He got tackled, he got a red card. Now, in your defense, in Kubarsi's defense, it was such a soft tackle where he barely even touched him. I understand your frustration, right? But at the same time, Kubarsi should have let Simeone score that goal, if I'm being honest. I think Kubarsi should have let it score. At least in the second half, you'll be playing with 11 men. At least you have a lot of players, and at least that free kick you wouldn't have conceded in the first half, right? Simeone might have missed a chance. Joan Garcia might have saved the goal. They should have learned a lesson from the last 2 years, from Araujo's mistakes, man. But at the same time, very soft red card in my opinion. It is what it is. Next hot take. Olise genuinely might just be better than Yamal. You listen, Olise's stats has been unbelievable. He destroyed Carreras, the Real Madrid left back, obviously. And I don't know, the fact that he just plays in the Bundesliga just loses a bit of aura. He's unbelievable. Best winger you could say in the world, yes. But better than Lamine Yamal? I don't know. This is the most Ronaldo and Messi type of comparison ever, man. Who do you guys think? I'll let you guys decide that. I don't want a civil war from what I say. But who do you guys think, man? Next hot take. Barcelona with a decent striker would be a nightmare to face against. I've been saying this. I'll say it again. Yes, you need a striker. Yes, and yes. I think Alvarez scoring a free kick against you, that's the biggest sign where you should get Alvarez. And you losing this game is the biggest sign that you need a Bastone. Next hot take. Madrid should sell Vini and get a better left winger who is more serious and tracks back. Oh, we're starting this narrative again. The last 2 weeks where Kylian Mbappe was injured, who carried this team? You tell me. Valverde obviously had a big impact in that, but who else carried this team? It was Vinicius Jr. I'm so sorry. I'd rather sell Kylian Mbappe than Vinicius Jr. Call me delusional Real Madrid fan. Next hot take. Hansi Flick's tactics are one season wonder. They only work one season and disappear. Are you genuinely dumb? I understand this narrative of one season wonder of Hansi Flick. He did it in Bayern Munich as well. It happened to him. The second season he was a bit worse than first season. But at the same time, no. No, he just doesn't have the team. He just doesn't have the players, if I'm being honest. You cannot win the same thing that you won last year with the same players. That's a rule in football. You cannot do that. He needs different players. He needs more passionate defenders, more better defenders, experienced defenders for him to win even more trophies. Next hot take. Barcelona are nothing right now without Rafinha, Lamine and Cancelo. I mean, Rafinha was genuinely missed, man. I think Rashford is unbelievable, right? But Rafinha is just a different type of level, and he was genuinely missed in the Barcelona game. Next hot take: Lamine Yamal is not fit to be mentioned. Both the team of the week or the UCL. Now, if you are a football fan, be non-biased when you watch that Lamine Yamal performance. Now, if they chose him instead of Olise this week, I didn't watch the team of the week of the UCL. I didn't see it. If they chose him instead of Olise, then obviously Olise got robbed, right? Because Olise had way better impact, you could say, in the game. But the fact that you're complaining that Lamine Yamal is in the team of the week, I mean, that's stupid. Did you watch the Atletico game? The way the brother was moving alone, a one-man army, he was unbelievable, man. He deserves to be in the team of the week, if I'm being honest. Next hot take: Neuer should be retired. This hot take probably came from my thoughts, fam. Because as a Real Madrid fan, I am tired that this brother is 40 years old and he was stopping chance after chance after chance. 40 years of age, man. Unbelievable. Greatest goalkeeper of all time. And I agree with this hot take. I think he should retire. Next hot take: La Liga's top teams will continue to struggle in Europe because of FFP. Now, I genuinely makes me sick to my stomach that we are just handcuffed every single year because we cannot spend more money than the Premier League teams spend or every other European team spend, man. The fact that we have a limit of a budget and a limit that what we can spend or how much we can spend just makes me sick to my stomach, man. Because if we had that type of budget that Premier League teams have, we would have destroyed every single tournament there is in football, if I'm being honest. Both Real Madrid and Barcelona. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen, from this week's hot takes. Oh my god, what an episode. Very long episode tonight, but you guys deserve it. Again, if you want to give out your hot takes, you can follow my Instagram where I do the questionnaire and you can answer in that questionnaire and you guys will be featured in next week or the next game match week that we have. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down I read every single comment. Like the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and gracias.